High interest rates, high prices, lowering inventory, lowering demand. What has been going on in the Boise housing market for September of 2022? Well, I can tell you one thing. All of these factors are pressuring each other without much leeway one way or the other, and something has got to give. The question is, which factor will give way first and when? I'm Summer Aston, a realtor in the beautiful Boise, Idaho area with Summer Aston Real Estate Group at Silver Creek Realty Group, and my team and I help people buy and sell homes in the area, so make sure you like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos. So, what will give in this housing market and when? I don't think we can accurately answer that question with the evidence we have in the Boise housing market today, but we can begin to paint a picture as we follow the market through the next several months. So contrary to what the media is saying, and I know many of you will get grumpy in the comments about this, but we are not seeing a crash in the typical sense of the word in the Boise housing market as of today, October 20th, 2022. Many of the factors are there to set up a crash for sure, but there are two main factors that I'll discuss that aren't in play for a crash right now, putting us at a stagnant state that I expect will continue for us through the winter, as our winter market always slows down anyways. But the reality is the high interest rates, sellers not dropping prices, low inventory, and lower inventory on new construction, they're all creating resistance against each other with not much give right now. Yes, our prices have lowered and days on market have increased, and I'll tell you more about that too, but not as much as they really need to make homes affordable for people needing a loan and this new high interest rate. Interest rates as of today are averaging at about 7.4% for a conventional loan. So of course that is lessened by our demand. The data says that new home sales are down 8% from August of 2022 and 22% from last year at this time. And existing home sales were down 6% from August 2022 and 36% last year at this time. So this data is about a month behind from when interest rates were in the sixes. Data reflecting the new 20-year high on interest rates and how that is affecting demand won't show up until November, so be watching for that. But no big surprise, it will be a decline as well. So home prices should be dropping like crazy so buyers can afford to buy and homes will sell more quickly again, right? I mean, don't the sellers and builders want to sell their homes? Well, you can easily see on Zillow home prices with huge price drops upwards of $100,000, but the majority of these homes are way overpriced, so when they do sell, they sell more in line with market averages. Still lower, but close to the averages. The data shows that our average sales price in Ada and Canyon counties combined in September of 2022 was about $554,000. That is 6% lower than August of 2022, but still 3% higher than September from last year. I expect that our average home sales price will drop to below last year's pricing in the next month or two. When you look at the individual cities in Ada and Canyon County, the month-over-month data is all over the board. Take a look at these screenshots from my latest Facebook and Instagram posts. Of course, it's month-over-month data, so it doesn't create a whole picture like year-over-year data. But you can see that all the cities' days on markets increased to close to 30, except for Star, but some cities' median sales prices decreased, some increased, some cities sold more homes, others sold less. So we aren't seeing an all over across the board lowering of month-over-month sales prices right now. Maybe next month, but we'll watch the data and see. And the days on market, which are still increasing, but even if we get back to about the 60 to 90 days on market time frame, that is what was normal for the Boise housing market for many years. So in that aspect, our market is normalizing. So unless a seller really needs to sell fast, resetting their expectation that a home could take an average of 60 to 90 days, even when priced and marketed right, helps them understand that they may not need to have drastic price reductions just because they didn't get an offer in 2 days. So that brings me to the first thing that would indicate a big crash that we don't have yet, and that is a large amount of highly motivated sellers, usually financially distressed sellers, but also people who have to move and have no other choice. Most sellers now have huge amounts of equity, and as of now, we haven't seen a rise in income loss here, and most people have 30-year loans, so they won't have a variable rate sneak up on them and cause them to sell. And many sellers are just testing the market, and if they don't get what they want, they won't sell. So until we have more highly motivated sellers and financially distressed sellers, We won't see foreclosures and short sales or price drops more than what a seller can bear. So what about new construction? Builders are dropping prices and offering incentives too. They are pushing more to offer to buy down mortgage rates, as that will protect the comparable sales prices while helping the buyer be able to afford the home. Even though our home prices have been at an all-time high, with a 2.5% rate, people could afford them. So oftentimes the affordability has more to do with the rate than the sales price. But now that that rate is over 7%, it's pretty expensive to buy that down to an affordable range. So builders will have to lower pricing more to adjust as well. However, that brings me to my second factor on why we aren't seeing the big crash, and that is that the number of new housing units is still lower than what is needed for the population. Yes, demand has diminished due to affordability, so builders have to respond. But unlike 2008, builders did not seriously overbuild. Now, even if a builder only has 10 homes to sell and they aren't selling at all, that is a problem, of course. But an interesting scenario could unfold. Nationally, construction on the new housing units is significantly down. Builders are being cautious and have slowed way down on new permits and new starts. Locally, our September building permits are down 58% from August of 2022 and 73% from this time last year. Add that to the fact that our inventory of existing homes is now decreasing again due to getting closer to winter, as well as sellers are unmotivated to sell and lose that 2.5% interest rate. We create another super low inventory situation. But with high rates and high prices, demand will stay low. So yes, currently buyers have the upper hand, but they are having a hard time finding something they want, as not much new is coming on the market. And when it does, it goes through the same song and dance of listing high, so no one wants to pay the price, and then buyers are waiting for the price drops or a motivated seller to accept their lower offer. In the long term though, having 73% fewer building permits out year over year will mean much less inventory in 2023 and 2024. So something's got to give to move this Boise housing market again. Move it back to a steady rate of inventory and sales, or move it down to crash territory so all the investors just praying for a crash can snatch everything up. I'm guessing the rates won't be the first to give in. They're expected to rise at least into next year. Builders are giving in a bit, but with significantly lower amounts of building permits, eventually that creates less inventory and buyers have less to choose from. Buyers won't pay more than they have to, and many are holding off, and cash buyers are wanting to offer lower. Sellers are taking homes off the market or pricing too high to see what they can get, or even not listing at all. So who do you think will give in first? I'm guessing it will be motivated sellers and builders that will have to give in to buyers first. But until there is more inventory and more financial stressors, they will be stuck in a stalemate until someone relents. So of course, I'll keep you updated as we patiently endure this standoff. If you are thinking of buying or selling in Boise, my team and I are happy to help. Please visit our website at summerastonrealestate.com to find so many helpful resources, explore my YouTube channel for city tours, learn tons about the area there and on my website, and find us on Instagram or Facebook. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.